Hey guys, what's up? I had a lot of people ask me my opinion about the new Predator DLC, the Anubis Predator class, and also about the new Predator pistol, which the Eye of Ra. Well, I'm gonna be honest right away. They're not that good. They are not that good at all. They're like, I would say, average. Some people ask me to compare with other Predator class and how it's like. These stats here, they don't really give like much a much of an idea of how well this class is gonna work in practice. It's gonna be more by playing it and looking to the game files to see the exact numbers, which I have them. And I'm gonna be comparing him with Scar because when I enter the class and I look at it, the stats here, just by not in the one that you see in the loadout, he has the same amount of gear and perk points as Scar, which I'm pretty much like using the same build, the same gear and perks that I tend to use on this Scar class. However, when I start to look at the other stuff, well, first off, the specializations are not that good at all. Comparing to Scar, Scar has Stalker, which is probably like overall the best specialization in the game at this point. And then it has Fervent, which is also okay. It's like a good one. And it has Enrager, which I think is like okay. It's like not that effective because it's not about damage, just about getting speed, but still is not bad, you know. Well, Anubis has Brute, which is bad. Savage, which is like, it's not that effective because usually when you quick claim someone, you're probably gonna go second win in the process. Unless you do this against like dead fighting players, which I did in the matches that I played with Anubis. Something that I was doing with Savage that I tend to do is that I down people, I kill them with ranged weapons, then after a while I can use their dead bodies for HP. Savage is cool, like I like the idea, oh, you're gonna claim fighting players, you're gonna take their skulls, you're gonna get HP out of it. Even though the quick claiming doesn't really give you that much HP. It's more long claiming can give you a lot, but you won't really have opportunity unless, let's say, the fighting player is alone and he's separated. But if you're playing against a team that tends to be close to each other, Savage doesn't really come in hand. Like, you can kill someone and then later on, when the other players have moved to another area, you can try to use the body for HP. But pigs are more effective, medkits are more effective, like Savage tends to not be that good. Tactician is not bad, like, but it's too situational. It's gonna increase damage when, for fighting players that are trapped, net, or interacting. Not only is it situational, but it kind of forces you to play in a certain way, because you have to focus on trying to attack people by using traps or use the net gun. And net gun is just not a good. I tried another build with Anubis, which was this one with Tactician, and I think I did have the net gun before I put the Eye of Ra, but I placed a trapper, net gun, and I mean the disc can pretty much like carry, because the net gun, it won't work in a lot of situations. But I would say best build for Anubis, just use the disc. Probably just use the disc and don't care about anything else, because judging by the stats, it doesn't seem like the class is overall good. But that's something that you can work in any class. If you just use the disc, if you are very good with the smart disc, like it doesn't really matter the other part of the stats. You can even make the Berserker a threat because of the disc, but that's just because the disc can be very strong in the right hands. But for another kind of build, which I tried in some matches, I tried to do the combi and pistol. I'm gonna be calling this pistol. Like, I don't like the name. Yeah, this new pistol. I think that the new pistol can only be used well if you're gonna combine it with something like the combat stick, because its damage on its own is not that good. It's just like lower. I'm gonna be comparing some stats to each other. Oh yeah, I wanted to compare Scar with this class. When you compare the numbers that Scar has, I'm gonna be comparing HP, stamina recovery rate. There's something called also exhaustion duration, down at HP, max power point, speed modifier, melee damage multiplier, energy. There's a lot of stuff like that. And if you compare Anubis to Scar is pretty much better in, I think, everything. Maybe not. Oh yeah, even the melee damage multiplier, it appears that Scar has a better. Like, Scar has more HP, it has more stamina, it has more speed, it has more energy. Energy is the one that I was most noticeable. As I was playing with Anubis, I noticed how the energy is too low for me, especially for me, because I like to use a lot of thermal and cloak. And in this class, the drain is like super fast. It's just not fun for me. So overall, like when you compare it to a class like Scar, which I think that Scar is like accidental, you know, like that. It's like very accidental, you know. I feel like that when they made Scar class or they made the Amazon, I think that their stats are like accidental, you know. I don't think they intentionally wanted Scar or Amazon to have such good stats, which I don't think is like it's not like they're OP. I don't think Scar and Amazon are OP. Maybe in situations where the fighting is bad. If the fighting is bad, yeah, the Predator can be OP. But against a good fighting, the class is not gonna be OP. But when you compare to the other ones, classes like Amazon for melee combat and Scar for ranger combat, or even like maybe Bionic or Pirate, they kind of stand out, you know, because they have overall good stats and they don't have really a big weakness like in other classes. However, like when you compare it to like the new ones, the last ones, they're just not that good, you know. So if you are someone that cares about this set, just get Scar instead, because he's gonna do a better job. He has the same amount of gear and perk points and everything else, all the other stats. Scar is pretty much like superior in everything, so there's not really a reason to get this class if you're just looking for stats. If you think you like how he looks like, sure. But for me, I think the biggest problem with this class is mainly the energy for me. The energy is too low. Alright, also specialization. Biggest weakness for this class, the Anubis, is gonna be specializations and energy. So overall, I don't think this class is worth. Like, if you want to buy this because it looks cool, that's on you. But in my opinion, don't buy this. I don't think it's worth it. Like, just if you really want a class with good stats, you can just go get Scar. Or if you don't have money for the Predator pack, you get the what is it? Oh yeah, Bionic. Bionic is also a good option if you just only have money to buy one DLC. Like, just get that shit instead. Now for the weapon, the Eye of Ra. And people asked me, comparing to the Plasma Pistol, which one is better? The Plasma Pistol is overall better. The Eye of Ra, its only advantage is that it doesn't have the damage like... I mean, the Plasma Pistol, it does 54 damage. However, it's made out of 3 pellets that do 18 damage each. So sometimes the damage can vary because you don't hit all the pellets on the fireteam, you know? The damage of the Eye of Ra is more consistent, you know? However, it's lower. It's gonna be 45 comparing to the original Plasma Pistol, 54 damage. Actually, this pistol, you know, it has exactly everything that I hated that they did to the previous Plasma Pistol. The first Plasma Pistol last year, they did 2 changes which pissed me off. They decreased the damage and they decreased the clip size. And in this one, it's worse because it's a Plasma Pistol variant with less damage, and it has an even smaller clip. It only has a 4-round magazine. It's terrible. Like, I just can't stand this pistol because I have to reload every 4 shots, and a lot of times because the damage is low, 4 shots is not even sufficient. Is not capable of doing sufficient damage to get a kill. So you're gonna have to reload before getting a kill. And by the time that you reload, the fireteam can heal, the fireteam can keep shooting you and damaging you, because if the fireteam runs out of ammo for the primary weapon, they just need to change to the secondary weapon and just keep shooting you, you know, and you have to reload and go away, and it's just terrible. Like, I tried to use the Eye of Ra with the combi, so you have to first hit the fireteam with the combi, and then you can try to use the new pistol. However, the damage is not that good. You can still miss shots, and you're gonna miss the chance of getting the kill. So overall, not good. It doesn't do more headshot damage. Compared to the bow, I think right now, because of the nerf, the bow also does 45 damage. However, the bow doesn't have to reload every four shots, you know. And the only advantage will be that the pistol has infinite ammo. The bow, you have to actually go get the arrows back if you use them. But still, like, at least with the bow, if you just shoot out the arrows and you hit all the shots, you're gonna be able to get a kill, like, without any break, you know. Well, with the pistol, you're gonna have to have a break, you know. The reloading time it takes too long. It just gets into way of fighting. So overall, the pistol is inferior to the main one, and the class is inferior to many other DLCs. So overall, in my opinion, like, this new update wasn't anything special. I took a look at the patch notes, and the patch notes didn't do that much. They talk a little about Anubis because they are advertising people to buy this. And then on the patch notes, you have they addressed an issue that was causing fighting players to crash during mission planning screen. The crashes are everywhere. It's not just in there. Like, there are so many crashes, especially like at the end of matches. I keep getting like stuff like, oh, you lost connection to the host, whatever. Like, a lot of times, fix an issue where fighting bots and enemy NPCs will sometimes have their weapons appearing at their feet. I saw that, but there's like even worse. Well, how about the bug where you have like a fireteam bot on the Predator side? Because you have like 4 fighting players and against a Predator and a fighting. Like, the fighting is on the Predator side of the screen. It's weird. Fix an issue where the Predator player's card could become stuck on the mission planning screen if the Predator leaves the match during the final seconds of the countdown. There are so many bugs related to the countdown, like the lobby, you know, before the match starts. Fix an issue where certain weapons are not displayed properly on the main menu diagram. Addressed various localization issues. This is like not even like 1% of the problems that the game still has. Maps, fix an issue where certain rocks are missing collision of Blackwater. How about the bugged spots, which fighting players can just bug inside and the Predator cannot get to them? Now, how about those things? Did you guys fix that? Because you guys are not mentioning this. Improved Predator navigation for specific areas on Backwater, excavation headquarters. What? I don't know what they mean by this. They should be like, you know, go more in detail. I don't know what they mean by this, but Backwater and headquarters, they still have glitched spots in which people can glitch inside rocks inside huts, you know, and it's just annoying, like people just hiding and trying to use a bug in the game. Fireteam adjusted the size of medical kit icons on the minimap. Really? That's the focus? Predator fix a issue where activating cloak while in vision mode could cause Predator cloak transition animation to continually repeat. Huh. Okay, there are much bigger issues, like the fact that now charging plasma caster actually makes noise now, which shouldn't, because it just takes away all element of surprise for the Predator. But okay, those are their priorities. But anyway, guys, well, here's my opinion overall about this update. It wasn't anything special. Minimal changes, a new Predator DLC, which is not as good as the previous ones. The design can look cool for some people, but it's just about design. Stats-wise, it doesn't bring anything new. The pistol, the new pistol, is pretty much like a nerfed pistol, like a nerfed version of the original pistol that is just not that good. It has like, it shoots like a red bullet instead of the blue one. It looks different, but it still is very cheap. They pretty much just, they took the original pistol, they did some minor changes, which actually, they made changes which made it actually worse, and they just called it a new weapon. So for me, like, I'm really not impressed with this.